views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Landis World Order is a great show. Landis World Order is going to be the best show. Landis World Order is just great. Remember, Landis World Order is taking over entertainment once again. And remember, Landis World Order will be the greatest show produced.
Bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Hey, welcome to Landis World Order. I just received news yesterday from a really good friend of mine that an entertainer that's been on the show before. He's done a lot for my career. He's got the highest video of any show that I've done. I heard that Ron Saxon, aka Donnie Baker, passed away. His family and prayers are my thoughts. I got to work with Ron through Tony Mimic, which is Road Rubber comedy. We linked up and got to work with Donnie Baker at Ron Saxton. Got to work with him. Got to go to the shows, to a couple of the shows. Dude, he was a class act, but I'm choked up right now. So what we're gonna do, we're doing a tribute to him, like we did everybody. So we're gonna show the interview and some of the comedy that Ron Saxton was part of Donnie Baker when he was on the Dose Landis again. He did a lot for us. So rest in peace to Ron Saxton and his family. Rest in peace. Thank you very much. All right. Well, welcome to A Dose of Landis. This is not only the season finale, but we're also having a big name. Like I said at the very first show that we had Rob Van Dam on for Let's Comedy. So today, on the final episode of A Dose of Landis, we have Donnie Baker. How's it going?
I'm glad to be here. I swear to God, I got a good beer and fire-ass hot chicks out there waiting to find their new Porcosaurus. I swear to God, I'm here and I'm proud to be here. And I'd rather be nowhere else but here, state law.
Oh, wow. And Mike's got a couple questions to ask you before we have some more.
The first question I have is, I'd like to have you tell everybody how you got started. I know I first found you on Emery King's Facebook page, but I know you started on the Bob and Tom show and things like that. So why don't you tell everybody at home how you got into the business?
Well, I worked in a place that I won't mention because I don't want them to get the publicity, but I used to get mad at my boss to the point rather than quit, I'd pick up the phone in the break room. And then every time I'd call, it seemed like he'd come in because I'd have to call Bob and Tom to vent. And then all of a sudden one day when I was on Bob and Tom, he started pushing to the point. I got so pissed. I said, "Shut up, Randy!" And I think it's sort of resonated with people because everybody's got a Randy in their life. Because I'm talking about the kind of deck that put a sign in the break room that said your smile should be the most important part of your uniform. Well, how's come we ain't got dental insurance, Randy? So it's one of them things that sort of related to people. So I did, from there, they said, hey, why don't you call again? And next thing you know, rather than doing it over a cordless phone, I started doing these lectures.
Now, like I said, we're Fort Wayne grown, and we're here in Marion, Indiana. But you're coming to Fort Wayne, Indiana. Well, tell us a little bit about Fort Wayne and what can Fort Wayne expect to see? Is this your first time in Fort Wayne?
No, man, I've been in Fort Wayne. I probably know more about the state capitol than anybody I know of. I was in Fort Wayne's with my band one time, the Pork Pistols. We did a show in Pierre's, and I didn't even know what it was. It looked like the world's biggest Texas Roadhouse. And then it was awesome. We did a show there. I've done shows in Fort Wayne's and a bunch of different places. I've been to the good side of Fort Wayne, the bad side of Fort Wayne. A lot of people don't know that's where the Civil War started. So I hope to go back there. I'll be there December 1st. We're looking to rock it out with Red Rubber Comedy. I swear to God, I'll put the O in Fort Wayne. Y'all see your O face. State law.
Oh, I'm definitely ready for that. Now, before we go, what would you like to say to the fans of Donnie Baker? How could we find you? And because I see you everywhere on Facebook, YouTube, let people know how to get hold of you.
Well, for most people, it's like hunting season. You follow the blood trail. But in my case, you go to DonnieBaker.com. You listen to Bob and Tom. You go on Facebook or the YouTubes. You just search Donnie Baker, I.E., just like the Allman Brothers, and you will find me there. And if you ain't sure, just look at me. I mean, I look like David Coverdale's and Kid Rock had a baby. So the fact remains, it ain't hard to find. I'm also on the Twitters at Donnie Baker 1. So you can go to all them places and be sure to go check out my band, the Pork Pistols. We're going to be on the road again soon too. So I'm everywhere. I'm like a crop dust fart. You ain't going to escape this.
Well, thanks, Donnie, for your time, and we look forward to seeing you in Fort Wayne here up shortly, and stay tuned to A Dose of Landis.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is me, Kevin York. I just want to come out with this video, just honestly to say, it's very unfortunate, but Donnie Baker, as known as Ron Sexton, passed away the other day, and it's just really heartbreaking to hear, a great comedian who just was really good at what he did and loved what he did, passing away. I honestly got to meet him with a few others in person. I got to help film, and he was very, inviting, very welcoming, very polite. Obviously, he has his jokes, but he was a great person, and it honestly was just an amazing experience to be able to get to meet him, and I'm still very thankful for that experience, a few years back. So, anyways, once again, from the bottom, the top of my heart, it's very unfortunate, but it was great being able to meet him. So, rest in peace, Donnie Baker.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Kevo.
And this is Donnie Baker, and you have to prescribe to this channel. A, because it's state law, and B, because he said it right to your face. Remember FDIC, all of it.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Welcome to Landis World Order, ladies and gentlemen. We are at show 7, I think. I don't know. There's so many shows that we've been doing, man. We've been on fire. We've been on fire again, once again. So this is Landis World Order full circle. So this is how it came about. So I was watching a Boyz II Men documentary. You guys know Boyz II Men are my favorite group. And they're talking about all the trials and tribulations they went through with everything, with, egos, and just all kinds of stuff. Egos, money, failing success. And I was just watching this DVD, and it's behind the music, and I was like, you know what? My career is kind of doing a full circle. Because Alex McDonald, which I owe a lot to, he was like, Jeff, I know you're retiring, and I know you're trying to give up entertainment, and you're just going to retire. It's like, can you host 2 events for me? I was like, okay. So again, like I said, the entertainment bug has been in my system since I was 14, since I was littler. And I'm like, okay, cool. And again, I was like, all right, I could do this. So next thing you know, I started watching the Boyz II Men documentary, like I said earlier, a couple minutes ago, how my career went to a full circle, and I'm like, man, that's crazy, because I started getting outside attention once again. Now, I've been doing TV since I was 14, like I said before, and I used to get a lot of media attention in the 90s from newspapers, radio station, and the news, and so throughout early 2000s too. And then when I came back, I started being in music videos, short movies, podcasts. And then, again, like I said, I was planning on retiring and just quit the entertainment business. Then Alex proposed, hey, would you be willing to, again, host Fort Unity? So I was like, okay, cool. And ever since then, my career went to a full circle. Like, it's like, wow. And I try to document things that I do, not to have an ego, because he was like, oh, you're just trying to build your ego. No, I document things because, for one, I have a TV show, and I want to prove to everybody, and then myself, I've had a special ed program. I've been picked on as a kid, bullied as a kid, and everything. And it's like, I've always felt like that I'm not wanted or loved sometimes. And, I could get attention from doing my shows, like what we're doing now, producing a show. I'm producing this. This is in my hands. But when other people on media outlets started asking me, hey, could you do this, and do that? It's like, oh, wow, I could do stuff beyond my stuff. And it makes me feel good because I'm getting attention that's non-Landis entertainment stuff. So I was like, all right, well, I'll start documenting this. So I documented stuff from when I was in newspapers from back in the day, to professional wrestling stuff, to when I did stuff in the ring, to radio interviews from X102.3, JJ Mack and Hammer Show, all kinds of things. Z102.3, B106 stuff. I don't have some of those. I did stuff called guest spots, and then I've done stuff from appearing on podcasts and appearing on YouTube shows. It's like, because I'm showing, hey, I'm proud of this thing. So that's why I like documenting these things. But before I get to document, check this shirt out right here. This Boyz II Men shirt right here. If you can check it out. So, John O'Rourke he was in this shirt, but I cropped it out because he was part of a radio station, and he got to take a picture with Boyz II Men. And I've been trying to find Boyz II Men here in Fort Wayne. Tickets, my ticket I had, I don't know what happened to it. It got faded. But here's them in here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I've been trying to find concert footage, anything with them. So I'm going to get a little bit closer right here. That's them giving an award to John. And then on the back it shows where they're at. It says 1995, and 1995 is when they came to Indiana, Fort Wayne, and then they came in '92. I don't remember the official date. I wish I knew, but they're the reasons why I came up with the idea full circle. So, recent things started happening to me. One thing I definitely want to talk about for sure is this right here. I never thought in a million years, there we go. I never thought in a million years I would be in a Fort Wayne history book. Sorry, we don't have any crew, so I'm trying to do this in a Fort Wayne history book. I was like, wow, this is awesome. So what I was doing is I was riding here. I tell the story all the time. This is a true story. I was on the bus, getting ready to head to work. And next thing you know, I liked the thing on Mark Souder's page. Rest in peace, Mark Souder. And he's like, by the way, you're going to be a footnote in this book. And I'm like, are you serious? I legit started crying on my way to work because I'm like, no way. Sometimes people say things like, hey, we're going to do this for you. Sometimes it turns out not to be true. But as soon as when he hit me up about writing this book with Marty Wright and Melissa Long and Heather Herron, and then I try to buy things that I'm in. I try to save things that I'm in. You should see I've got like 4 briefcases of things I've been in. But he's like, yeah, you're going to be in this Fort Wayne history book. I'm like, no way. So I was like, man, this is cool. And then I was waiting for it it's crazy. I was waiting for it to come in the day of, and then I had to go to work. I was like, man, why do I got to go to work when I'm getting a history book that I'm in? And I remember going to that day at work. I was like, man, frustrated because I had so much stuff on me. So hold on, I'm trying to look for I don't have it memorized, what page I'm on. Okay, here it is. They did a thing called public access right here. I did things for public access. Let me get on this camera. For public access, and they got Terry Doran on it, Patty's page. So yeah, they're pretty much talking about, like I said right here, they're talking about public access right here. Right here's where they're talking about public access. Let me get it a little bit closer. You can see it. They're talking about public access right here. And then this one shocked me right here the most. Again, I was reading up the thing. They're talking about Theater of Ideas, Terry Doran show, Patty's page, Eric Hackley stuff, rest in peace Eric Hackley, and then they talked about me at the very end right here. Oh, some stuff just fell out. Right here, if I can get a shot right here. Clear shot. If not, we got the shot from Wesley's pictures. But no, I never thought I'd be in a history book. That was my stomach. Now it's time to move on to other things. Now, again, this is called show and tell for me. So Alex McDonald again hit me up to do a thing for Pierre's. And I've never been on Pierre, never been on. I've been on a flyer once for a music video and stuff like that for Too Many Days, which you'll see later on the show. And then I ended up being on a flyer right here. Check that out. I ended up being on a flyer right there on a flyer. And then the Fort Unity at Promenade Park. Sorry guys, I'm trying to. Then I've had some people do some fan art for me as well. I asked if she could do this for me. She's a big fan of the show back then. She did that for me. Got so much stuff to show. And then here's the stuff that Wesley printed out for me with the papers and stuff. Advertisements, and if I could find some of the, mainly like advertisements and stuff like that, stuff from Lane TV. There's a tired of me rumbling going on, but there's some Fort Unity stuff about being on about PBS type of stuff, and then run a river. Guys saying, get your stuff organized together. I am organized, guys. It's just so much stuff I want to show. And I never thought this right here. Pierre's website right here. Pierre's website, if you could see it really close. So right here, I was on Pierre's website right here. It's pretty cool. You see my face right there. And then here's the full description of the Pierre's thing. And it talks about my name and being tagged in it. I was like, man, I never thought I'd be on a Pierre's. Pierre's is a big thing here in Fort Wayne, always been. I was like, wow, this is awesome. I got to be on the Pierre's page. And you guys are probably like, shut up, Jeff. Let's get to the action. We will get to the action. Now, me and Chris Easley, one of my best friends, we were in a Life magazine. This is recently, Life magazine. We eat at a church every Thursday. And the lady was like, hey, did you guys know you guys ended up in a church? People's blowing up my phone already. You ended up being in a church. And then they got us eating and talking. If you see that right there, me and Chris Easley. Right there. We got to be in the Life magazine. Again, they're giving credit to her. This isn't about me, but they're giving credit about the community service that they do. And Cindy's a good person. Yeah, like I said, they're talking about the community service, and that's cool that they got us in. And I was like, oh, wow, this is awesome. But let's get down to the nitty gritty, because you guys are like, Jeff, shut the hell up. Again, I don't blame you. Oh, here I am. Again, I don't blame you. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first half, this is a 2-hour show, first half of the show, we are going to be showing you me being on the media, such as the Dean Robinson Show, Wayne TV, Super 55 Fox, Wesley TV, Chuck Osborne's Entertainment Fort Wayne, which will be coming back, possibly back to television. Just tons of things I appeared on TV-wise. So ladies and gentlemen, before I get to that, and after we're done doing the TV-wise stuff, we will be showing me at the Three Rivers Festival Parade along with Taylor and Shiloh. Again, it was Taylor's idea, Taylor's float and stuff like that. We won an award for it, the mayor award for it. But again, I felt good being back at Three Rivers Festival, and I took footage of it. I got footage from Wesley TV, and other footage from it. So ladies and gentlemen, the first half is me being on media such as TV, Wayne TV, CW Fort Wayne, and other ones. So ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the first hour with me being in the news and the media stuff. So ladies and gentlemen, here's the media stuff. Roll it.
If I get knocked out or whatever. I want to see somebody die. I want to see blood.
Wrestling superstars tell News Channel 15's Karen Hensel what they think of backyard wrestling.
This is when I did backyard wrestling. I don't condone it.
Don't emulate us.
Wrestling with
Now this is old.
Sandy Thomas.
Teenage boys battered, bruised, and beaten.
Teenage boys are imitating the moves they see on professional wrestling. That has been going on for years. But the moves are getting more extreme. This News Channel 15 exclusive report comes with a parental advisory, and we do not recommend that children see it alone. Professional wrestling is big-time entertainment. The orchestrated mayhem packs arenas. But if you find this kind of violence disturbing, take a look at what News Channel 15 found going on in backyards around Indiana.
Oh my God. He just darted him into the wall. Good.
It's called backyard wrestling.
Oh my God, he just crushed that pop can on his head.
Armed with video cameras, a love of wrestling, but little idea of how the stunts are done safely. Kids are slamming each other, smashing heads, and throwing themselves from high places, all in the name of fun and a chance to make it to the big time.
I just like to see what, people's reactions. I want people to say, is he really hurt?
He tried to throw me out from the building. He tried to
Jeff Landis has hosted an Indiana backyard wrestling show since he was 14.
Basically kicking that crap out of each other.
He'll do anything to get noticed.
I don't care if I get knocked out.
Noticed by pro wrestling talent scouts. Professional wrestlers train for months before stepping into a ring like this one. But teenage boys are watching them and then stepping into their own ring.
You're looking at people that didn't spend 3 or 4 weeks in their backyard learning how to wrestle. You're looking at guys that spent 10 years in Japan and Mexico learning how to wrestle.
A chair's a chair. It hurts him, it hurts me. It's definitely going to hurt a 12-year-old kid.
But watch what happens in this tape of local backyard wrestlers obtained by News Channel 15. The boy is hit in the head 7 times. He never reaches up to protect himself.
The chair shots, I make sure he hits me on top of the head, the hardest part of my entire body.
Ron Owens is an Indianapolis wrestling trainer.
There are certain ways to do that. Right here, when he swings, the guy should be putting his hands up here. That's a solid chair on top of the head. The head's not, made to take that type of abuse.
Wow.
News Channel 15 showed some backyard wrestling videos to the director of sports medicine at the IU Med School.
You could use this as a training film of what not to do.
Dr. Doug McKeag says they are wrestling with fate.
A miscalculation by a matter of inches one way or the other in a situation like this is just an invitation for catastrophic injury.
Right here in Indiana, we found more than one kid sent to the emergency room.
I both my arms. That was cool though.
Hundreds of backyard wrestling groups are posting their stunts on the internet. Others are featured on the Best of the Backyard tapes now being marketed nationwide. The matches here are close to sadistic, with wrestlers throwing themselves off of houses and roasting each other in search of a thrill. It's that kind of growing popularity that also scares the idols of the backyard boys, the pro wrestlers.
It's a world of difference, taking a bump in a ring and trying to take a bump on a picnic table.
Anybody who does the backyard wrestling, I tell them, guys are crazy.
But the backyard wrestlers aren't moved by these arguments. They say what doesn't kill them could make them famous.
You have got to respect what these guys are doing here. Oh! That, my friends, is backyard wrestling.
And the last thing we want to do is inspire anybody to try these stunts. Even though no one was injured, the risk of concussion or spinal injury is just too great. Tomorrow on News Channel 15 at 6, you'll meet a young man who hopes backyard wrestlers can learn from his experience. By the way, parents may pay the price for letting this go on. An Ohio man is being prosecuted for felony child endangerment after he watched his 16-year-old stepson jump off of a roof onto a burning board, and that boy was severely burned. That case has yet to go to court.
Not only is it making parents responsible for this stuff.
Exactly.
That's just scary.
It is scary. But now parents know what backyard wrestling is.
You're watching local coverage you can count on. This is Wayne 15 News, Nightcast at 11.
One day it's like nice and warm, and next day it's cold. So it's crazy. You know, I always say Mother Nature's bipolar, so it's different, the weather. But again, that's what you expect when you're in Indiana.
Earlier it was so cold, but it started to snow, and now I feel like I'm in a Hallmark movie.
I'm from LA, so I'm not used to this at all. But it's nice. It's one of my first experiences in the snow. So.
Promenade Park will be filled with performances and speakers hoping to unite one another. Joining me this morning to share more about Fort Unity on the River is Alex McDonald, Jeff Landis, and Allie Kay. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. So, Alex, you were in last week with some of the artists, and you've brought some new artists this week. But before we get to them, can you explain what Fort Unity on the River is all about?
Yep, it's brought to you by Culture Shift Challenge, and Fort Unity on the River is at Promenade Park on our lawn today at 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. And our hope is just to bring the community together. We're going to have live music, we're going to have a few speakers, food trucks, and we're just going to have a really good time.
Sure. So we'll start with Allie. Allie, you're not from Fort Wayne. You drove all the way here, got all the way here to perform. So tell us a little bit about your story.
Well, I'm actually originally from Indiana.
Okay.
I was born in, I lived in Auburn, and then I live in Kalamazoo now, and I'm totally blind. I'm a producer, singer, songwriter. I've been singing since I was about 5 and playing piano for just about as long, and I just started learning how to mix and make vocals sound good, so I'm sound engineering.
Oh my goodness, quite the impressive record there. So when you were approached by Alex to come be part of this, what was your reaction?
I was super excited and honored. This is my first gig where I'm actually performing my own music, because I've started putting out music professionally on all streaming platforms. So I'm really excited to be here and perform and share my music, and my music is really all about spirituality and touching your soul. If I'm not touching your soul, I'm not doing my job. So.
Well, that's a lot to come off of to talk to you, Jeff, about your role in this, but what are you performing today?
Well, I'm going to be me myself. I do a local TV show here in Fort Wayne, Indiana called Landis World Order on local access, but I'm also going to be hosting the show. So again, I love being a part of the crowd. But like I said, it's all about us having fun and having a great time. So I'm just going to be hosting, and hopefully I don't lose my voice.
Yay, that is the goal for everyone here, I'm
as
sure.
As an entertainer, you do not want to lose your voice at all, because you lose your voice, it's like, yeah.
That's it for you. So overall, since you've been on since last week, have you heard any positive feedback, or are people excited to come out today?
Yeah, people are definitely excited. We had the event at Pierre's last Sunday. It went super well, and there's a lot of good feedback about this Sunday. Allie Kay was saying something about what she's looking forward to from this event, and so if you don't mind, I'll have her share that.
Sure, real quick. I'm running out of time, unfortunately.
Just, positive vibes. We really need that today in our society. There's a lot going on, a lot of turmoil, and I feel like if we can all just come together, have a good time, share some laughs, maybe some tears, and just heal and grow and glow.
And we will end on that note with some positive vibes. Thank you all so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Fort Unity on the River is happening today at Promenade Park from 5 until 9. I'm hoping you guys have a rain plan just in case.
Yep.
Okay. It's happening. Tickets are $10. There are VIP tickets available as well. For more information, we already have a link to all of it right now on Wayne.com.
Hoping to unite one another. Joining me this morning to share more about Fort Unity on the River is Alex McDonald, Jeff Landis, and Allie Kay. Good morning to you all.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing all right. So, Alex, you were in last week with some of the artists, and you brought some new artists this week. But before we get to them, can you explain what Fort Unity on the River is all about?
Yep, it's brought to you by Culture Shift Challenge, and Fort Unity on the River is at Promenade Park on our lawn today at 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. And our hope is just to bring the community together. We're going to have live music, we're going to have a few speakers, food trucks, and we're just gonna have a really good time.
Sure. So we'll start with Allie. Allie, you're not from Fort Wayne. You drove all the way here, got all the way here to perform. So tell us a little bit about your story.
Well, I actually originally am from Indiana.
Okay.
I was born, I lived in Auburn, and then I live in Kalamazoo now, and I'm totally blind. I'm a producer, singer, songwriter. I've been singing since I was about 5, and playing piano for just about as long, and I just started learning how to mix and make vocals sound good, so I'm sound engineering.
My goodness, quite the impressive record there. So when you were approached by Alex to come be part of this, what was your reaction?
I was super excited and honored. This is my first gig where I'm actually performing my own music, because I've started putting out music professionally on all streaming platforms. So I'm really excited to be here and perform and share my music, and my music is really all about spirituality and touching your soul. If I'm not touching your soul, I'm not doing my job.
Well, that's a lot to come off of to talk to you, Jeff, about your role in this, but what are you performing today?
Well, I'm going to be me and myself. I pretty much I do a local TV show here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, called Landis on local access, but I'm also going to be hosting the show. So again, I love being a part of the crowd. But like I said, it's all about us having fun and having a great time. So I'm just going to be hosting, and hopefully I don't lose my voice.
Yay, that is the goal for everyone here, I'm
as
sure.
As an entertainer, you do not want to lose your voice at all. Because you lose your voice, it's like,
That's it for you. So overall, since you've been on since last week, have you heard any positive feedback, or are people excited to come out today?
Yeah, people are definitely excited. We had the event at Pierre's last Sunday. It went super well, and there's a lot of good feedback about this Sunday. Allie Kay was saying something about what she's looking forward to from this event, and so if you don't mind, I'll have her share that.
Sure, real quick. I'm running out of time, unfortunately.
Just, positive vibes. We really need that today. In our society, there's a lot going on, a lot of turmoil, and I feel like if we can all just come together, have a good time, share some laughs, maybe some tears, and just heal and grow and glow.
And we will end on that note with some positive vibes. Thank you all so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Fort Unity on the River is happening today at Promenade Park from 5 until 9. Hoping you guys have a rain plan just in case.
Yep.
Okay. It's happening. Tickets are $10. There are VIP tickets available as well. For more information, we already have a link to all of it right now on Wayne.com. Still to come on First News Saturday, Wayne 15's Emily Dwyer will tell us how the owner of Stoner's Fun Store is being honored in this week's Positively Fort Wayne. Alrighty, thank you all. And speakers hoping to unite one another. Joining me this morning to share more about Fort Unity on the River is Alex McDonald, Jeff Landis, and Allie Kay. Good morning to you all.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing all right. So, Alex, you were in last week with some of the artists, and you brought some new artists this week. But before we get to them, can you explain what Fort Unity on the River is all about?
Yep, it's brought to you by Culture Shift Challenge, and Fort Unity on the River is at Promenade Park on our lawn today at 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. And our hope is just to bring the community together. We're going to have live music, we're going to have a few speakers, food trucks, and we're just going to have a really good time.
Sure. So we'll start with Allie. Allie, you're not from Fort Wayne. You drove all the way here, got all the way here to perform. So tell us a little bit about your story.
Well, I'm actually originally from Indiana.
Okay.
I lived in Auburn, and then I live in Kalamazoo now, and I'm totally blind. I'm a producer, singer, songwriter. I've been singing since I was about 5, and playing piano for just about as long. And I just started learning how to mix and make vocal sound good, so I'm sound engineering.
Goodness, quite the impressive record there. So when you were approached by Alex to come be part of this, what was your reaction?
I was super excited and honored. This is my first gig where I'm actually performing my own music, because I've started putting out music professionally on all streaming platforms. So I'm really excited to be here and perform and share my music. And my music is really all about spirituality and touching your soul. If I'm not touching your soul, I'm not doing my job.
Well, that's a lot to come off of to talk to you, Jeff, about your role in this. But what are you performing today?
Well, I'm going to be me and myself.
Okay.
I do a local TV show here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, called Landis on local access, but I'm also going to be hosting the show. So again, I love being a part of the crowd. But like I said, it's all about us having fun and having a great time. So I'm just going to be hosting, and hopefully I don't lose my voice.
Yay, that is the goal for everyone here, I'm
as
sure.
an entertainer, you do not want to lose your voice at all. If you lose your voice, it's like,
That's it for you. So, Overall, since you've been on since last week, have you heard any positive feedback, or are people excited to come out today?
Yeah, people are definitely excited. We had the event at Pierre's last Sunday. It went super well, and there's a lot of good feedback about this Sunday. Allie Kay was saying something about what she's looking forward to for this event, and so
Just, positive vibes. We really need that today in our society. There's a lot going on, a lot of turmoil, and I feel like if we can all just come together, have a good time, share some laughs, maybe some tears, and just heal and grow and glow.
And we will end on that note with some positive vibes. Thank you all so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Fort Unity on the River is happening today at Promenade Park from 5 until 9. Hope you guys have a rain plan just in case.
Yep.
Okay. It's happening. Tickets are $10. There are VIP tickets available as well. For more information, we already have a link to all of it right now on Wayne.com. Still to come on First News Saturday, Wayne 15's Emily Dwight.
Days, 6 nights, 0 comforts. That's the idea behind the Jeff Landis Homeless Challenge to the mayor and Fort Wayne City Council tonight. 21 Live's Rachel Martin was there when the gauntlet was thrown down. Rachel, what is this challenge?
Melissa, tonight advocates handed out this flyer challenging Mayor Tom Henry and all 9 city council members to spend a few nights on the streets. The idea is so they can get a better understanding of what the homeless go through and in turn make some changes. Landis and many others showed up at tonight's council meeting telling city officials they need to do more for the homeless. Advocates suggest streamlining funding or turning some of the vacant buildings downtown into shelters. The challenge is to spend an entire week on the streets, just as a homeless person would. But Landis says he thinks 24 hours in this weather will get the point across just as well.
If they do it, wow, that's what they go through. Open up their eyes and realize, well, they need this, they need that. So that's my point of it, is, realize they need, wow, why are we doing this to people when we have the funds to do this?
Are you going to do it?
Right now I can't answer the question. If I find, right now, Rachel, I think if you're asking the question, are you thinking about it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Can the city turn vacant buildings into shelters?
Well, the way Mitch Harper explained it is an institution really has to be interested in getting that building and turning it into something. It's not just something that can happen out of thin air. And even at that point, the city has to approve all of the hoops and ladders that they have to go through to get a building up and running, if it's even at a point where it can be that.
Right, you can't just say, hey, turn it into a shelter.
Exactly.
A lot has to happen before that goes down. All right, thanks a lot, Rachel. And City Council unanimously approved
the idea behind the Jeff Landis Homeless Challenge to the mayor and Fort Wayne City Council. Landis showed up at last night's council meeting to urge city officials to do more, like perhaps turning some vacant buildings into shelters or maybe streamlining funding. The challenge is to spend an entire week on the streets. Landis thinks a mere 24 hours in this weather would get the point across.
If they do it, wow, that's what they go through. Open up their eyes and realize, well, they need this, they need that. So that's my point of it, is, realize they need, wow, why are we doing this to people when we have the funds to do this?
No word if council members will accept that proposal.
Oh,
National
no word.
International news.
I gotta sit through an hour.
Man versus food tonight. Our weekend meteorologist Andrew Logsdon having a challenger return to something he tried to tackle last year. He's calling it possibly the tallest sandwich in our area. The Dagwood Challenge. It's back from Fort Wayne's Lunchbox Cafe. Take a look to see if this local guy can handle it.
It's back and taller than ever. 3 layers of meats, cheeses, and veggies topped with onion rings. Today, it's Jeff's turn to take on the Dagwood Challenge.
Well, let's see, I've dealt with people in wrestling business, entertainment business. Just elbow drop it. No, I don't know. Just probably cut it up. Who knows? I have to see it first, so who knows?
Well, he's about to.
How was everything?
Oh my God. It's the famous Dagwood.
She's a stunner, she is. Stacked up there so innocent like that, Jeff doesn't know what to do.
I'm speechless right now.
Thinking is going to be his worst enemy on a challenge like this, so he dives right in at the top.
Try these first.
No need to go ring around the rosy. He goes all in.
Yeah, oh my.
He pulls off the first of the 3 layers, a wise move, but he's got to get through it fast. That's a lot of sandwich.
The face says it all. Want some?
I've been there already, and he's got to get eating.
How many minutes do I got?
As many as you need, which unfortunately isn't enough. The Dagwood is a dag beast.
He's tapping out.
24-13.
He calls it quits, and today, food wins. For Weatherman vs. Food, I'm meteorologist Andrew Logston.
Yeah, nobody can do that. Come on. All right, if you want to get out there, remember, we're giving Andrew's stomach a break all this year. So if you want to take the challenge on, email him, alogsden@wfft.com, or you've got a restaurant with a big challenging sandwich like that, let him know. He'll come out and feature you. And real quick,
Our top stories tonight, a homeless challenge for Fort Wayne city leaders.
I think there's better options than spending 7 nights and 7 days out in the elements.
I'm Isabella Moeller. Mayor Tom Henry introduces a pilot program to help the homeless, and one Fort Wayne man challenges all of City Council and the mayor to be homeless for a week. That story coming up. I'm Audra Streetman. Thanks for joining us. Our top story tonight, the city of Fort Wayne has been chosen for a pilot program participating in the Hoosier State.
This is going to help us target the individual's needs.
With the announcement today, some local residents think more should be done to help the homeless. One local man is challenging Fort Wayne City Council and Mayor Tom Henry to live without a home for a week. WFFT's Isabella Moeller was at tonight's City Council meeting where the challenge was discussed. She joins us now live in the control room. And Isabella, that's a big challenge to be out in the cold for a whole week. What did the city councilman have to say?
Exactly. I spoke with Councilman Didier, and he said just that. He already knows what it's like to be out in the cold. The bigger issue and challenge is to see how we can make a difference in the homeless community.
The rules are no comforts, no cell phones, no getting a whole family, gotta be homeless, can't take no credit cards, no money, no nothing.
The Jeff Landis Homeless Challenge. You may have seen this poster on social media, whether it be on Facebook or on Twitter. Landis announced the challenge 2 weeks ago to the Fort Wayne City Council.
If they get no shoes of a homeless person to go through the stuff that they go through, maybe they would understand a lot more of, realize what's going on.
Back in November, signs distributed to homeless in Fort Wayne, signed by the police department, said the homeless had 24 hours to get out of parks or face a fine. City Councilman Tom Didier says he takes the challenge from Landis seriously, but says he plans on challenging himself in a different way.
I already know that it's freezing cold, and the last thing that I would want to do is I would want to be in the shoes that they're in. How do you develop a plan or a program to get them to realize that themselves? That is a question that even Pastor Donovan says, we're here to help.
Didier says there is room in the rescue mission, but the problem is getting men to agree to the rules and really want to change.
I think it's there. The need to help is there. It's whether the person that is wanting the help and he or she wants to take that opportunity for the help.
At Tuesday's City Council meeting, not a single councilman said they would take part in the challenge, but Didier says he will continue to help and make a difference.
I think there's better options than spending 7 nights and 7 days out in the elements.
Another thing Councilman Didier added is that the Caris House, which is the homeless facility for women and children.
The Dean Show's on. Welcome to The Dean Show from Fort Wayne, Indiana. The Dean Show comes from the man who made you pay for Nova Rex, Ain't Easy Being Cheesy, and Butch Black, the Mean Man. Join Summit City Noise producer Dean Robinson for a weekly tour featuring food, music, special events, animation, and interviews with people who are getting stuff done. This is The Dean Show.
Landis, in a Landis moment. Here it goes to Landis. This is the Landis moment.
Dose. Jeff, what's coming up on the next episode of A Dose of Landis?
Well, part 2 of Vicious Venom, but what's different about this one is he's unmasking. In reality, Vicious Venom has been around for a long time, so there's been several Vicious Venoms. I mean, it could be me, it could be the The next guy, like I said, there's been several Venoms. There's been a black vicious Venom, there's been an old vicious Venom, there's been a Mexican vicious Venom. So vicious Venom has been all types of people, different shapes and sizes. In this interview, you'll find out some stuff about him. He even talks about his 50 kids that he has from 50 different women in 50 different states.
Sounds like he's setting up franchises. Watch A Dose of Landis, 11 p.m. Thursdays on Access Fort Wayne 2.
Dose of Landis in a Landis moment. Get a dose of Landis. This is the Landis moment. Dose.
Jeff, what's happening on the next episode of A Dose of Landis?
Well, an extra dose of Landis is actually going to be happening.
Well, what does that mean?
Well, I'm going to be having interviews that I've done on YouTube, going to air on TV for the very first time, such as an interview with Mike Bolin, some stuff from Fun Spot Park footage. You're also going to see my boys wrestling inside of a wrestling ring for the very first time.
So who won?
I can't tell you. You have to tune in and watch it.
Watch A Dose of Landis, 11 p.m. Thursdays on Access Fort Wayne 2.
Dose of Landis in a Landis moment. Get a dose of Landis. This is the Landis moment. Dose.
Jeff, what's coming up on the next episode of A Dose of Landis?
Well, it's going to be the season finale of A Dose of Landis.
How many seasons of A Dose of Landis are there?
1. I've done 1 so far.
What can we expect to see on the season finale?
I actually go back to my hometown in New Haven, go to Woodburn and places I grew up at.
What are you checking out there?
Just pretty much telling stories of like what I did as a kid, some of the crazy stories that nobody's ever heard on TV until now. You also see some interviews from some of my crew talk about their favorite moment of A Dose of Landis.
Watch A Dose of Landis, 11 p.m. Thursdays on Access Fort Wayne 2.
Dose. Not a Landis in a Landis moment. Get a dose of Landis. This is the Landis moment. Dose.
Jeff, what's coming up on the next episode of A Dose of Landis?
Season 2 of A Dose of Landis. Show number 1.
What can we expect to see?
Jake the Snake Roberts is going to be on there talking about his books got coming out, talking about his documentary on Netflix. He started in professional wrestling in the 70s. His dad was a professional wrestler just as well.
What else is going on?
Well, I personally want to thank Wesley Pollard for helping me out with the editing of A Dose of Landis. Oh, he has his own show just as well. Check it out on Access One called Wesley TV.
Watch A Dose of Landis, 11 p.m. Thursdays on Access Fort Wayne 2.
Dose of Landis in a Landis moment. Get a dose of Landis. This is the Landis moment. Dose.
Jeff, what's coming up on the next episode of A Dose of Landis?
Well, we're getting an exclusive interview with my brother, Vicious Venom, a.k.a. Chris Landis.
Who's Vicious Venom, a.k.a. Chris Landis?
He is my twin brother. He's pretty much telling his story of his professional wrestling career.
Well, what else is happening?
I've got 2 boys of mine that wants to be on the show today. Come on, boys. We got Jeffrey Landis right here, and then we got Brett Landis right here. These are my 2 boys.
Watch A Dose of Landis, 11 p.m. Thursdays on Access Fort Wayne 2.
Dose of Landis in a Landis moment. Get a dose of Landis. This is the Landis moment. Dose.
Jeff, what's coming up with the next episode of A Dose of Landis?
Stack the Deck, a professional wrestling event that was held November 11th in South Bend, Indiana. You'll see hardcore matches, tag matches, diva matches, and tons of unpredictable stuff. We have Rock Langston, Jimmy Shaolin, Lois London, Jake the Snake Roberts made a special appearance just as well that day.
Too Many Days. That's a song by Sankofa, right?
Yeah, and I was in the music video just as well.
So where'd you get the t-shirt?
From a Sankofa CD release party.
So that's you on the t-shirt, right?
Yeah.
All right, so he gave you a t-shirt?
I had to pay for it.
Watch A Dose of Landis, 11 p.m. Thursdays on Access Fort Wayne 2. Dose.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're watching Entertain Fort Wayne.
We're making hits, we're doing it, we're making tracks, we're about to snap, cause we're back and we're picking up the slack. Put Fort Wayne on the map. P-Dog, zigzag and flash, that who's your daddy pack. Sit back, relax, and take your places. We're here to make it for your entertainment. Who's your daddy stepping up, we're going places. So hold on tight, we're taking flight, we're here to make it.
Hello, you're watching Entertain Fort Wayne. I am your producer and host, Charles Osborne. Tonight, we have a cool appearance for you, and it's a very humble that he's here. It's a millstone for me to have him on. Mr. Jeff Landis, local entertainer of Fort Wayne for 21 years.
Man, I can't believe it's going on 21 years, man. That means my show is legal to drink now. I did that, you know, it's kind of convenient. We should have the drinking contest. We should have had it then and now, because it would have made sense. 21 years, and it was like I said, when I do these shows, man, it's all a blur, so I don't remember what show the drinking contests were. And you're actually a part of the drinking contest as well. That was your one of your
very first ones.
First appearances, and then we did the exercise show, so
Dedicated Dad.
Dedicated Dad. So yeah, it would have made sense if we'd done a 21 anniversary drinking show, but like I said, we went with the flow. So hey, flow, we'll talk about that too. So thanks for having me on. I mean, I was on the show last time, but like I said, things got mixed up. But this is a new start, so we're starting off fresh with this.
What's up? How did you get started as an entertainer? I remember you singing some New Kids on the Block.
Oh, no, I never did New Kids.
Boys to Men.
Boys to Men, I did, yeah.
That's it. I think you would have been better off singing New Kids on the Block.
All right, well, I wanted to be a singer, you know, as a kid, you know. We all go through those things. I'm sure you wanted to be a singer at one time as well. We've all had those. Well, I was like looking for a TV studio. I was like, okay, cool. Or not TV, but a music studio. Then they said something about public access. I mean, I've watched public access before. I mean, everybody's watched public access if you're from Fort Wayne, you know, seeing it. And I was like, okay, cool. Then I was walking at Young Adult Services, and there was the TV station was like right there. And some guy was like, well, just go down to the TV station. I'm like, all right. So I went down there, got some paperwork filled. My mom, I was 14 years old at the time. 1994 is when I started. October 15, 1994 is when I first started. And I started out singing, my first song I was singing was I Swear by All For One. Then I did Regulate, you know, then I moved on and I found out that Boyz II Men was my favorite group, so I started singing Boyz II Men. And, you know, a 14-year-old girl going through puberty, can't sing with a damn. And the show caught on. I was like, wow. I mean, like I said, I wasn't the greatest singer, but people watched. I'm like, wow. Then I look back at it now, it's like, I was just there trying to have fun, trying to be myself. And the show captivated people watched it. So like I said, I've said this before on countless shows, but the guy who pointed me to Access at the time, I wish I knew who in the heck that guy was, because if it wasn't for him, he is my unsung hero. If it weren't for that guy, I wouldn't be at where I'm at. So if you're watching me, I've said this on past things, let me know who you are. I want to give you a big thank you, because if it weren't for you pointing me to where the studio was, I would not be where I'm at today. So it goes out to him.
Yeah, and I thank you, because you pointed me to the direction of Access Studio. I started out as your agent, trying to get some work for filming local business commercials and things like that. And you said that I was pretty good at what I was doing, and I should take the producer's class. I took it. Here I am.
You know, that means a lot to me. I know before you never mentioned to people that, hey, Jeff Landis helped me out, because I understand you trying to not use my name to because in the past, like I said, we're going to bring up the beef that we've had too. In the past, I've had people start their own thing, use my name to compete against me, and
TWF.
And you know, you mean AWF.
Yeah,
you mean
AWF.
Yeah, not TWF, AWF. But you know how it is. After a while, like I said, I had Sean Armstrong when me and him were good friends. He turned on me, started his own thing, failed. Eddie Griswold when they did AWF, failed. So I've had a lot of people try to use me for my name to compete. Or the biggest rivalry of all time is KWF. George Ross, Star Walker, Hollywood Rob, and them. Biggest rivalry. They were this close by taking me out of competition. But the thing that's crazy is, no matter what, I'm still friends with them to this day. And people were starting beef between me and you. And yeah, our egos. I'm gonna admit my ego got the best of me. Chuck probably admit to you too. His ego got the best of him as well. So then a mutual friend of ours pointed out, why are you guys beefing? You guys got totally different things. I'm doing a comedy and all kinds of different things, and Chuck's doing the music artist and doing it. So I mean, we're on the same page, but we're doing two different things. Me and Chuck got bad to where we were calling each other out on our shows. We were calling each other out on Facebook. I was like, and I told Chuck one day, I was like, dude, this is like Tupac and Biggie, freaking. I didn't say that for freaking arguing over like, oh, my stuff's better. But thanks to a mutual friend, Steve Turner, made me realize. I don't know if he made you realize this too. Made me realize we're doing two separate things.
Right.
So from the bottom of my heart, as a friend, I want to apologize on your show for having an ego and for trying to think that you're going to compete against me, because it's just one of those things where you had somebody that you got trained and then.
What's up, Fort Wayne? I'm Charles Osborne, host and producer of Entertain Fort Wayne, and you're watching Entertain Fort Wayne. Tonight we have a special appearance, Mr. Jeff Landis.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Entertainer, 23 years.
Yeah, I'm here on your show to steal your talent and raid your show. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
I mean, I've been accused of it before from you. Can I do it now?
Hey, go ahead.
I'm just messing with you, man. That's long gone. I just kind of figure, be a smart ass about it. So.
And my fans are so straight with me now, they won't even matter with it.
Right. Dude, we're doing our own thing. You know that different.
You're wearing Boys to Men. I'm wearing Entertain Fort Wayne, and we're doing our own thing.
Well, exactly. Like I said, man, I'm glad to be back. Glad to have you on. Like I said, this was a random appearance. No hype or anything. No needed.
No.
But again, like I said, I appreciate you coming on. I mean, I got too much damn TV time as it is already, but anything to help a friend out. I mean, sometimes you got to do what you got to do for episodes.
The show must go on, man.
Yeah, this isn't a desperation episode. It's just, we need help, and, as friends, we help each other out.
Yeah.
So, like I said, our rivalry that we had when we first started, like the Tupac and Biggie, man, it got so big. Like I said, that's already squashed. That's
Walk a Millionaire.
Yeah.
Hey, they still did an album together.
Oh, yeah.
Called Controversy Sells.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But that controversy is down. It's squashed like a bed bug.
Yep. And actually, man, everybody get out that mentality, man. Controversy don't sell anymore, man. It just pisses people off.
Yeah, exactly.
It used to be the controversy sells, man. It ain't that way no more, man. We should all start working together and stop beefing with each other.
You know what sells though, right?
What?
I'm gonna shoot with this. Complaining and bitching every day that's the new style in nowadays. Come down here and you hear it every day. I'm leaving it at that. That's all I'm saying. But you get what I'm saying. But anyways, well, what's up, man? Like what?
Man, not much, man. What's up with you, though? I mean, you got anything coming up? You got anything going on?
Oh, my God. Chuck. Okay, we all know last time we talked, I was still in the process of doing a dose of Landis, which is my brand new show, and we know that I was having health issues at the problem. I had colitis, and, had a certain odor to me, and I didn't want to be out in public. And then I was like, all right, blowing off my show for like 2016 I was supposed to start off, because you remember that. And then I told you I'm doing 2017. And you're like, well, you can't keep blowing it off. But you got to realize, you have health issues too, and I do too. And sometimes health issues kick our ass.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then, I'm doing something totally different now than what I'd been doing before. I'm interviewing big name professional wrestlers, trying to move on to big name, celebrities, trying to do something different in this town that's not being done. I mean, yeah, the news channels and stuff like that, that's a different story, because that's major. But from, what we're doing, I mean, I'm not saying what we're not doing isn't major, but still from, doing some public access and being these big names coming in, it's like, well, shoot, if we can do this, why not try to, not think, I'm saying, you get what I'm saying, though, don't you? I mean, anybody can believe in their dreams, just go for it. But like I said, started doing a dose of Landis. I was doing the Jeff Landis show. I had Danny B. Severn on. You've heard of him before. And then right after the credits, because I was doing a Jeff Landis show, because of course I wasn't ready to do the Jeff Landis, the A Dose of Landis. The next thing you know, I seen the credits rolling down after the show. I was like, you know what? That could have been my selling point right there. Something brand new, interviewing, big names. But then I was like, well, then Let's Comedy, a great group of people. You're friends with them just as well. Great group of people. Coming out that Rob Van Dam was coming to Fort Wayne, and, again, like I said, with this Dose of Landis, I'm trying to do a different goal than somebody else is doing, not just public access, but here in Fort Wayne. So I was like, well, you know what? Maybe if I were to try to get an interview with RVD for the very first episode, because again, people would be like, they wouldn't expect that. They're always expecting, nothing wrong with local entertainment, because local entertainment is where it's at. That's how everybody starts. And we've always talked about that for years, when you first started working with me, and then you started doing your own thing. But I was like, well, having RVD on the very first episode would be like, holy crap, how did he do it? But man, my hats off go to Let's Comedy. They're the ones that pretty much kicked me in my butt and tell me, hey, I still got what it takes to do what I can. Trying to be Rob Van Dam. And personally, I don't thank Danny B. Severn for actually opening a brand new revenue and a different avenue for stuff that's going on. So yeah, I've got A Dose of Landis coming on. I'm on every Thursday at 11 o'clock, which is kind of funny because when I first started doing a Jeff Landis show back in the 90s, 9 o'clock on Thursdays. But I know you probably wonder what I got. You see me, me and you were entertainment whores.
Right.
Because we're consistently pimping our bodies out to try to make the entertainment system really good and hot and going.
Right. Music videos, movies.
Oh yeah. I'm in
TV shows out the wazoo.
Exactly, and they got plenty of that going on. And I know you do. Even coming down, like I said, we're still working together. We're still, you're doing your thing, I'm doing my thing, but we're still friends. We still help each other out no matter what. I said there's a lot of producers down here that. TV only. So what are you guys doing here today at the truck?
This is our vehicle. We are fleet owners with Load One. We lease our trucks to Load One and then hire drivers. And this is our vehicle. This is a specialty vehicle that also participates in the Reads Across America convoy every year. So this is the third truck we've had in the convoy to Arlington.
Join us in 20 minutes for our next sticky note session.
We're just here representing. Sometimes we find drivers here.
Look for us on stage in the corner of the exhibit hall. We'll see you soon.
Questions for people who come past the booth. Me and my wife speak at a few seminars here on site. You know, they have the sessions that you have been to, I'm sure, if you're here at the show. And so we speak at a couple of those, and that's really about it. Just to kind of network and see old friends.
So how long have you guys been doing this? You know, started the company?
Oh goodness, this is our 24th year. Started getting ready to be our 24th year. So, and we've been here, but we've been with Load One 12 of them. So yeah, a good little while. We used to be drivers. We were on the road together for 17 years. So, yep.
So you guys travel all around the world or just around the country?
Yes, all around the United States.
Continuous 48.
Yep. Canada.
What's the most interesting state you guys been to? I know we've seen a lot of different.
I don't know about the state. I was always partial to Southern California. We like Montana.
It's
all new, but I'd say the coolest probably was we went way up into northern Canada, above Alberta, to an oil.
To Fort McMurray, which is famous as it burns.
Yeah, here a few years ago, there was a huge oil refinery up there that they were building, and we hauled a load up there, and that was quite the trip. So yeah, up there, and we really enjoyed that. So
yeah, it's where the roads run out.
Yeah,
it goes far north in Canada to their snowy roads.
Yeah.
I think they were talking about that earlier, kind of.
Yeah.
So how do I get hold of you guys if I was interested in doing something like this?
Well, you can contact Load One at load1.com, and it's just load1.com, and you fill out an application, or you can ask them if they have owners like us who have vehicles available. They can give you our contact information, and that's the way it starts.
So Wesley's going to go in here pretty soon to see it? See you guys later. Thank you.
Welcome back to Wesley Dustin's Toast at the Dreamwear Festival. Today is Family Fun Day. We're spending some time with...
Good.
Oh, who are you?
Brett.
And...
JJ.
And...
If you don't know who I am, then you're watching the wrong channel, okay? It's me. We're here on Family Fun Day, and we're also... What we're kind of doing is working and also having Family Fun Day. And again, like I said, we are here covering Third Festival. And Chris will be doing interviews as well today, just as well. And so will I, so will you. David, he went somewhere, I don't know where he went. Went to go find his brain somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
But, I'm glad to be here at Third Festival Family Fun Day. I'm not too happy about how the festival is. I'll explain that more, but I mean, I am enjoying the time of videotaping and being here with my family. So yeah, you boys ready? Show everybody what you got today. They're gonna be, they're on the rides all. I think it's an all day. Is it all day? Is it all day? Since you all day, they can go on rides all day. So what ride do you guys want to do?
We're going on the swing.
Swing?
I think we could test it. Stay tuned for more topics. Chef, A.T. went with us.
How's it going, man?
Doing fine. Are you guys having fun?
Oh yeah, very, very, very much. This is our second day here.
I like the boat ride and the rides.
What about you, JJ? What do you like?
The boat rides and plus the rides because the boat ride is for free. And plus, the rides are fun, so.
What was that?
The ride and the boat is fun because the boat is for free and the rides is fun. So.
What do I enjoy about Three Rivers this year? Well, like I said, this is our second day, so far it's okay. It's not like it used to be in the 90s. Chris, you know what I'm talking about? Back in the 90s, it was really good. Jackhammer, congrats on doing a good job here in the committee, but like I said, it's not the same as it used to be. What I enjoy about the Three Rivers Festival is these two right here, and spending time with these two, having a good time. We were here at the parade, and the parade was okay. It's not the same as it used to be, too. But what's your thoughts about the parade, boys?
I got more candy and you know why I think about the rides? Because I like they have trucks and some cars and some drinks and food and porta potties.
Porta potties. What about you, Jack?
I guess everything that's here.
All right.
And plus, at the festival, there's you sign up, and they give you a test ride. But if you have a license, you get to drive. But you can do it. You do a test drive. But if you don't have a license, the driver has to test drive it. And plus, there's a camera to see in the front and the back.
Yeah, like I said, the Three Rivers Festival, I love it. It's just not the same. It's the thing that's different is having a kid and they're doing a traditional thing. That's what I enjoy about it. Now, hi, I'm Jeff Landis, and welcome to Three Rivers Festival 2016. I've got a few questions.
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, Mary went, Mary went. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
Have you ever been down to Tijuana for a bullfight, only to find yourself drunk, picking up two hookers that turn out to be drag queens, and then you black out and wake up in a barn naked next to a donkey? Yeah, neither have I. But I have been one part of the craziest games ever played in real life. It was a game of life or death, and the winner got the greatest prize of them all. Let me tell you about the adventures of me and my best friend, Captain James Blackheart.
Okay, if there's no more stupid questions from the Hanson fan club, we can get this thing started.
Oh God, please don't let me die a virgin, please.
Oh my God, you're a virgin?
And I didn't think things would get any worse.
Hey, you forgot to say captain.
Oh, wait, right. That's Captain James Blackheart.
Hey, pirates don't exist anymore. You're a phony. Where's your parrot?
You want to see my parrot, mate? Oh, yeah. There's my parrot. Is there anyone else here who cares to join this lad who does not believe in pirates? Speak now, or forever hold your peace.
Excuse me? Listen, you... Hey, speaking of tampons, what does one tampon say to the other? Probably nothing because they're both stuck up the JJs.
Oh. Don't stand there. They'll see you and then see me.
Oh, dude, you can't even see me, you dumbass. Dude, watch this. Watch this.
Wait. You're the dumbass. You're the imaginary friend. You can't even throw a rock. You can't even pick up anything. Look at your hand. It's empty.
Fuck. How are we supposed to get rid of these things?
It's like you said it, and then this magic tampon symbol in the air showed up, and poof, there the little twat gobblers are. Beautiful.
Very good.
Just beautiful.
There's only one thing a pirate can do at a time like this.
Run!
Because I'm not a pansy little girl bitch. Any other questions from the Kesha wannabes?
Damn, Captain, you better use your gun or something.
I only have one bullet in me gun left, but that's being saved for later.
Someone better do something or we're gonna be zombie food.
I have an idea. Hey, zombies, parlay. Oh,
Shit.
I don't think that worked.
Fuck, that's a lot of zombies. Oh my god, and that's a lot of stick. I just want to get out of here and take care of that virgin anything of yours before we die.
Wow.
I just want to get out alive.
Jimmy, been friends for a long time. It's time for me to go.
But Ralphus, you can't leave me in a town like this. We can take them together. We can take them alive.
Who the hell's Ralphus?
You zombie scum. You're the captains, and you're dead. Let's get them, guys.
Welcome back to Steel Spotlight TV and Radio. Check out my public relations firm. I am back in studio, and who do I run into? An old friend, one of the gentlemen who introduced me to this setup. Now, in A&E, I have a massive show. Here, I have a growing show. And this guy is Jeff Landis.
Hey, what's up, man?
He's got Landis World Order. How long have you been doing shows in this studio?
Well, since I was 14 years old. So I've seen the evolution of Channel 10 when I first started Channel 10 to Access Fort Wayne to big, like, 2 studios, radio. So I've pretty much seen it grow.
Right. And I think you want to give a shout out to a local employer that you might want to speak highly of. Who might that be?
My job? Copper Spoon is where I work at too. I'm a dishwasher as well. I'm bottom of the feeding tube at that place, but when it comes down to local entertainment, people respect me and follow me. And
I think he's actually a silent partner of some of these places downtown. He's an institution. He's been written about in books, The History of Fort Wayne.
Actually, I just got the History of Fort Wayne book in my book bag as well.
All right, we're going to show that on screen here in a minute. So he's in the book, The History of Fort Wayne. He's a local legend. He's been on everybody's shows, all the news media. Me and him crashed the Fox studios here because I was on TMZ with Harvey Levin. And so, we just put out a press release. I was working with Samantha Markle, my occasional co-host. She's Meghan Markle's sister, so she's a relative to the royal family. And so he showed me a few locations on a Saturday.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I said, hey, there's Fox. He goes, let's go. He's like me. He seizes the moment and goes for it. So we went in on a Saturday. We're banging and ringing and banging and ringing. Finally, somebody comes to the door and lets us in. Well, not into the studios. He wasn't allowed on the weekend. And lo and behold, he knows Jeff.
Yeah.
So shout out to your old friend there. But I think he worked here at the studios years ago.
What's funny about him, though, is that I posted something about how people call me a local legend and stuff like that. And then, of course, I get haters as well. And he was like, yeah, you're a legend in your own mind.
Oh, was he one of the ones that said that?
Yeah.
I remember you complaining about that on social media.
I'm like,
haters are gonna hate, right? Is that
yeah,
what they say?
I'm like, no, I don't consider myself as a legend. I just, when people say it, I'm like, oh, wow, this is actually happening. Because,
right.
Like, I never thought I'd be in a history book.
Right. So we're kind of wired up here. We have 3 mics going. So we're going to put our mics down. I'm going to show you the setup here. Walk me on this side.
Okay.
So he's been filming here, and he's been filming here in this studio since he's 14 years old. And you just pan the equipment here.
Yeah, and those Channel 10 days right up there is when I first started.
So he's like literally a legend here. He's now 104 years old, and he's still going strong.
I feel like it. I feel like it sometimes.
So I'm proud to call this man friend. He's an institution. He goes through a lot of stuff because of his show. It's a little bit quirky, but it's a great show, and everybody respects him. The door's open in this town for this man right here, Jeff Landis. Shout out also to Wesley and Wesley's TV. He's been a great help in me getting launched over here. But so my millions of fans are starting to look at his stuff, and his community fans are starting to look at my stuff, and I'm grateful for the exposure. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Jeff, for dropping in unexpectedly. Let's show your book real quick. Stop.
Hello, I'm Jeff Landis along with... I'm Hannabis, and that's Hannabass. I can tell you're used to media because you know what to do.
Oh, just a few times here and there. It'd be like that sometimes.
So what are you doing here at Pride? Is this your first time or?
No, I've actually, I want to say this is year number 9 that I've been here. I celebrate every year, ever since coming out of the closet back in the middle school. So, yeah, just here to celebrate with everybody else.
So what made you decide that you wanted to do drag and stuff?
So, I would say probably about like 5 or 6 years ago, I remember coming to one of these drag shows and just up there, I just knew that I had what it takes to be on that stage as well. So I just put the metal to the, you know, what is it, the metal to the pedal? To the pedal to the metal, which I always say it backwards. But I always just thought one day I can be up there. So I just started, you know, right when I turned 21.
Now, are you going to be in tonight's show or what?
I'm not in tonight's show, but I will be watching from afar.
So if people are inspired to do drag, what do you want to say to them? Because there's some people out there like, how do I do it and what do I got to do?
Like to the people that inspired me?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, because if it wasn't for them looking like the way they did, I wouldn't have had any idea on how to paint. So I just knew I had to touch my stuff up a little better than some of the queens. But hey, I think all drag is valid. So, but yeah.
There should be a lot of compliments. Everybody's been stopping you. How does that feel?
Oh, I've been called gorgeous, gotten pictures taken of me and everything like that. I'm here for it. It took a lot of time to put this on today. I want to say I started at noon, got over with about 2:30, 3 o'clock, I think. It took almost 3 hours just to paint this, so it was a while.
Do you have a favorite booth here as well?
Favorite booth? I love Niche down there. I know the owners, and they're really good people, so yeah.
Anything to tell anybody before we go?
Thank you so much for coming to Fort Wayne Pride Festival. I'm Hannabis, and make sure to take a hit on Hannabis. Oh, thank you.
See you guys later on JJ TV. Here I am, your host, Jeff Landis, along with...
My name's Kitty.
How's it going?
It's all right. Just enjoying the sunshine.
It's weird. I get to run into you. I used to work with her at Copper Spoon.
Yeah.
And then I know her brother and her cousin, and they know me from TV. So it's crazy. I haven't seen you since a while.
Yeah, it's been a few months. But yeah, my brother and I used to watch your show, your backyard wrestling. This stuff was the shit.
Right, it's crazy.
Now, do that again without the S word.
Sorry. My bad. Yeah, we used to watch your show, my brother and I, when we were kids. It was great. It was a good show. Your backyard wrestling.
It's definitely wild. So you're here at Pride Festival. Is this your first year being here, or have you been at other ones before?
Oh, no. I've been coming here since they started doing them when I was a youngin'. And I don't think I went the last couple years, to be honest, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to show up this year.
What are you looking forward to seeing this year?
I don't know, just run into some homies that maybe I haven't seen in a while.
Hence now?
Yeah.
Hence now.
Yeah, I love seeing people. So, but, yep.
Sweet. So, yeah, this could be very interesting for sure. You never know what you expect. You never know who you're going to run into here at Pride Fest 2023. So, see you guys later on JJ TV. Okay. All right. Welcome to JJ TV. Hi, I'm your host, Jeff Landis, along with JJ. How's it going?
Joseph James, right here from Pride Fest in Fort Wayne, 2023.
So what made you decide, let's do this? Because I don't think you've ever done this before, have you?
No, this is actually my first Pride event. I really didn't know what to expect because I don't have very many LGD, how do you say it? LGTB
community,
Q, something like that. One of my best friends is gay, and she left Fort Wayne for Texas. That was a couple years ago, but now she's back. Well, it tells you this, though. I mean, I've had a great time interviewing the Fort Wayne public and capturing this through the eyes of the camera. Because what I'm doing today is I'm a photographer, National Press Photographers Association. So everyone's been great. We've got a lot of cool interviews, and it's been a great afternoon here in Fort Wayne.
Oh yeah. Now, I know it's been a while since we've done an interview together. A lot has changed for you. You start your own company now as well.
Yeah, it's All Access Entertainment right here in Fort Wayne, and we do video and audio production services as well as mobile DJ as well.
It's funny because I know your co-partner. Rodney.
Rodney, yeah. Yeah, he's my partner for Access Entertainment. Yeah, he wasn't able to make it today. I guess he's had something going on in his house. So, but he'll be part of a lot of these JJTV episodes going forward.
It's interesting because I know him and you two linked up together. Small world.
Yeah, how about that? Well, I want to thank you for coming along, Jeff. This is Jeff Landis. You really added an interesting and dynamic addition to the program, and we think you're good with people, and it's always great to have people come up and recognize you for your own show, which is Landis.
Landis World Order for right now, but it might be going back to Delta Landis.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to happen again, trust me.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Especially since I have a camera like this. We're going to get you all over the airwaves.
Yeah, I'm down with it, man. I love entertaining people.
Well, thanks, Jeff, and appreciate you coming on and doing the interviews. Pride Fest, I believe, is going on until 8 o'clock tonight. We'd love to stay and hang out, but we got a lot of editing to do, make a lot of people happy. So I'm Joseph James for JJTV, along with
Jeff Landis. Landis World Order. Have a good night.
All right, that's a wrap.
Welcome to Landis World Order. We are taking over 3 Rivers Festival. Yes, I'm in a parade. Yeah. After I told you guys what happened a couple years ago, I was at Access Fort Wayne. Other producers back in 2000 were being rude to me and being all rude, and I was the one getting most reaction out of everybody. And then producers made me mad. I flipped them off. So I want to say thanks to this guy right here. How's it going, man?
It's me, Taylor, your world record-setting host of Hard Japan. Inviting Jeff to join me in the parade and a few other friends. So we're gonna have a bunch of fun. Huge promotion for my YouTube channel and stuff like that. Trying to get TV awareness for public TV. Support your local public access and stuff like that. Especially we need that here in Fort Wayne. So keep doing that. Hard Japan's gonna make it bigger than Wayne's World. Mark my words. And look for us in the parade. We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's sprinkling a little bit here, but we got an umbrella. We got our pom poms. So. Woohoo! Yay! And this thing's gonna blast confetti on the local, TV, because it's airing on TV. So the confetti is gonna blast today.
So when is your show on TV, by the way?
All right, so my show's still on Thursdays at 10 p.m. What is it? Normally it's files 25. Sometimes rare occasion is files 27, but mostly it's files 25, Comcast 55. 27, 57 is the alternate channel, and then you got your city channel, which I don't remember which one that is, but normally files 25, Comcast 55, Thursdays 10 p.m. Part of Japan.
What about your
and
YouTube
you
channel?
move to Monday nights.
Yes.
I tell people about that at the end of my show. You move to Monday nights. What time on Mondays?
I'm on every Monday at 10 p.m.
10 p.m. Okay, so right after WWE Raw then.
I'm competing with it, even though I love wrestling itself. But look who just showed up, Fort Wayne Community Schools. Trying to teach us a lesson. Like I said, we got people setting up back here already.
Yeah.
So what's your YouTube channel before we go?
It's Mr. Mudkips. On youtube.com/c/Mr. Mudkips with a Z. Mudkips, like the Pokemon Mudkip with the Z at the end. And I'm the one with the duck picture and the clouds and the Heart of Japan. If you look up Heart of Japan and World Record and Pokemon, you should find Mr. Mudkip's Heart of Japan. You'll find it on YouTube. So
sweet.
Please like and subscribe and support and all that stuff, and help out.
Like I said, we are taking over 3 Rivers Festival.
Join the AMV contest. Yes.
Yes.
For sure. The AMV contest.
Oh yeah. My phone is about to blow up, but I gotta save some battery for the other things we're filming. See you later. ladies and gentlemen, we're back into the parade. Show them what we want. What we won.
Oh, we got the mayor's. What was it? The mayor's trophy for most original, which is the trophy the mayor gives out for like one of the 4 awards they give out. So that's what we got. So I got. We help with these guys. I got it, but I got with the help of these guys. So they get just as much credit as I get for helping out. So yeah, they're getting their little trophy as well. And we'll, you know, just as far as you can. I don't know what else to say.
Thank you very much for letting me the opportunity to be in. You're welcome.
Oh man, I was trying to.
Landis World Order is a great show. Landis World Order is going to be the best show. Landis World Order is just great. Remember, Landis World Order is taking over entertainment once again. Remember, Landis World Order will be the greatest show produced.
Bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.